Alright, so now we're on 11.3, the area of circles and sectors. Okay, so either the area of a complete circle or a proportion of the circle, the sector, which obviously will have degrees, so it's whatever that sector is over 360 times pi r squared. And here's a great little activity. Start by drawing a circle, make them look as if it's a pizza, but keep making them smaller and smaller pieces, then cut them out and put them together, and you can see that you know, the circumference of the circle will actually make what is basically a parallelogram. And you know, obviously you've got to take a little bit out because of obviously the curves, but if you look at the basic formula, it's pi r squared, which is what you'll come up with. Okay, and here's example number one, the area of a circle. Please, I know it's a simple thing to ask, but bearing in mind the formula is pi times the radius squared. So questions like this, look, you've got the diameter, so make sure that you do the radius, not the diameter. It's a simple, easy mistake. And again, read the question, at what degree of accuracy do they want your answer? Let's have a look at number one. Quote the formula. A equals pi r squared, which is equal to, put the numbers in front, it's 21 squared times whatever pi is. So that's going to equal 1385.4, because it does ask it for the nearest tenth. And as you've noticed over the last couple of sections, in example 2, now you're finding the missing length from the area of a circle. So this time it tells you what the area is, and it's asking you to find the radius. So you are working inversely. And at this point, as it says here, you just want the positive square root. In other words, just ignore the negative sign of it. So just whatever the number is, just square root the number, and that will give you the answer. So if you go to number 3, so area equals pi r squared. Always quote the formula, it's good practice. So 74 equals pi times the radius squared. So the radius squared would equal 74 divided by pi. And if you want to go even further, r equals the square root of 74 divided by pi. And your calculator will do everything for you at this point. And you will finish up with 4.9. So the radius is 4.9, and that's to the nearest tenth. So now we're looking at the areas of the sector, and here's the equation that you're interested in. The area equals whatever x is, in other words, whatever the angle is over 360 times pi r squared. And here's example number 3 using the same thing. It's got a diameter of 12 and it's 8 congruent slices. So first of all, find your central angle, which in this case is 45 degrees. Okay, so 45 over 360. Your diameter is 12, so the radius is 6. And now using a number cruncher again, so you know 1/8 of 360 times 36 pi will give you approximately 14.14, and again it's to the nearest hundredth, so make sure you read the question. Now we're on number 5, okay, and the area is going to equal x over 360 times pi r squared. Okay, there's your formula. Your x this time is going to be 57 over 360. The radius is 3, so I'm just going to multiply that by 9 pi. And again, you've got a calculator jobby, just plug it in and it will do it for you. And if you plug that into your calculator, you'll get 4.476, while it asks to the nearest tenth, so it's going to be 4.5. And in theory, it's inches squared.